Hi there, my name is Carolyn, and today I wanted to talk about what the stages of Kundalini awakening are. And there are 3 stages of Kundalini awakening. We have the activation stage, the awakening stage, and that you're Kundalini awakened, basically. So with the activation stage, the Kundalini has now come from a dormant state of being to it's beginning to awaken now. So you've received some activation either spontaneously or through spiritual practice or through somebody else or a traumatic event. These could be through drugs, car accident, these sorts of things can spontaneously awaken the Kundalini, or it can be through active spiritual practice that the Kundalini is becoming activated. And when the activation occurs, you're going to have some symptoms where you're going to notice some shifts in the body. Usually you're going to feel some energy at the base of the spine start with some pain in the really low tailbone of the spine. You might feel some energy coming up the spine. Some shifts in your way of being will start to be occurring as well. So when the activation occurs, you're going to merge right into the awakening stage at that point. So now this is the process where your body's going to be removing things that aren't serving the Kundalini, that aren't serving being in this higher vibrational state of being. And these might be things like letting go of old ego patterns, purging old eating patterns, letting go of blocks that are in your body, of old energies that are in your body that need to be released, blockages in your chakras. The Kundalini will go through the chakra channel, the energetic channel, and clear out all the blockages. The way you're looking at life, the way that you're looking at family members, religion, politics, how you want to be living your life, materialism, these sorts of shifts. This is part of a spiritual awakening as well. A lot of us that are spiritually awakening have a lot of these shifts as well. And when you're going in a spiritual awakening, you might very well be going into a Kundalini awakening at some point. But with the Kundalini awakening, you're going to feel with all these shifts and changes in your lifestyle and your body that a lot of these things are also being forced out of you. So whether you want to make these changes or not, they're happening without our free will, basically. And like, we've given the free will for this to happen in this lifetime. However, when the Kundalini awakening is happening, we might not want what's occurring to be happening. You're going to feel a lot of energy in the spine, and that can be a chronic scenario that's occurring throughout the awakening process, is the lower back pain, the pain throughout the spinal column. And your body's going through a lot of physical changes, like your bones are shifting, your spine is changing, your brain is changing, your skeletal structure and your head's changing, the way the brain, the frontal lobes connect, all of these things are changing and shifting into different ways than the human's been evolved into now. And so it's a totally different way of being as a human than we've had on the earth in a long time. And also it's spiritually cleaning out the DNA. It's removing old patterns in the DNA. We're going to be guided, the other strands are going to be activated within the DNA. You're probably going to be guided to a lot of different people that are going to help you on this part of your journey. Maybe people are going to help with the chakra healing, the energy healing, different practitioners, somebody that might be activating your DNA for you. You might be guided to different things like your star seed, that you're a star seed, your star family. A lot of people you might be guided to different people on your journey as you go through this awakening process and letting go of all of these things. And it can be it's a real act of surrender. You can be very tired, very dehydrated, very exhausted. Your body's going through so many changes during this whole stage of awakening. So there's so much going on, and it's constantly changing. So you might have like migraines for 3 months. You might have stomach problems for a year. You might not be able to communicate properly, think properly. All these things might be affected as your body's rewiring and changing into a different person on all different bodies: your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, your psychological body, your spiritual body. All 5 bodies are changing. So there's a lot happening that you might not see on the outside that's going on a higher planes, on a higher level, and internally. So after this is all completed, you're going to have hopefully a spinal sweep, and I've done a video about that, and that's when the merging occurs, that the energy is now able to go through your whole energy channel, your chakra channel, out the crown, and all the blockages have been removed, and you're going to have this, it's kind of like the ending of the awakening is when you have this spinal sweep. Basically, like all that's needed to be cleared has happened for you, and now you're in that Kundalini. You're an awakened Kundalini individual now. So then you start a different phase as serving as a Kundalini person in your life, and you're probably going to be doing service work, serving your mission. You're going to be more of a spiritual being. You're going to be embodying this different frequency. So however it's meant for you to be radiating this new being, this new state of being for the planet, is what you're going to be guided to be doing as a Kundalini awakened individual. So those are the 3 stages. How long does it take? It's different for everybody. There's no 2 Kundalini awakening experiences that are like. It's kind of like giving birth. There's a million different stories, but at the end of it, we come out with a child. And same with Kundalini awakening. At the end, you come out awakened with the Kundalini, but how you got to that stage is going to be different for everybody. So there's going to be a lot of common things that you can relate to, but it's all going to be different experiences, different time frames. It might be short or it might be years. Dark Night of the Soul is another thing we go through often in the Kundalini experience, and that's more in the activation stage, in the beginning of the awakening. So just allow the process with trust and surrender. I have a lot of videos on connecting with your angels and how to get through different modalities of healing. I have a lot of things on my channel that I hope will help you when you're in the awakening process to get you through that period of time, because it's very challenging. But it might be short for you, might be just a few years, but don't expect it to happen all in 6 months and it's done. I just, unless you're totally, karmically, energetically free and clear. But most of us are adults that are going through this experience, and we have this lifetime and past lifetime of things that need clearing to get to the fully awakened completion stage of the Kundalini awakening. So we're just going to allow the layers to be shed gently with a lot of self-love and self-care. Rest, hydration is really important. Eating well is really important. Light exercise is really important. Removing the blocks, clearing the karma, letting go of old ego patterns. All these things are what the Kundalini is really requiring of our bodies, so that the energy can run freely through the body. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take care.